If I had said the name Matt Rempe 2 weeks ago, would you have known who I was talking about? Well, neither would I, but just 4 games into his NHL career, and this 6'8", 240-pound Alberta boy is making a serious name for himself in the NHL. Making his debut against the Islanders in the Stadium Series meant he became the first ever to take a rookie lap outdoors. Not only his first game, but his first shift, he dropped the gloves with Matt Martin at center stage in front of 70,000. So he certainly made a splash. Then against the Devils, just 2 nights ago, he laid a massive hit on Bastian, which it was a hit to the head, and he did get a 5-minute plus the boot. But then today, playing the Flyers, after a little chit-chat during warmups, he had himself another scrap against one of the best in the league. But do you notice something here? The Islanders, the Devils, now the Flyers. In his first 4 games, this kid is mowing through Rangers rivals at an unprecedented rate. Exactly how you win the hearts of not only a fan base, but your locker room. And yes, he still has more penalty minutes than he has playing time on the ice. I have to admit, he's the definition of an NHL DAWG and is bringing back that old school hockey. So in what was another fun one, the Rangers with a chance to get 10 in a row, some big stops, feistiness even from the goalies, and of course, the first goal of Rempe's career. Let's take a look at how things went down. Now again, during warmups, Deslauriers came up to Rempe.
I was stretched at the red line, and he came up, asked me I wanted. I said, hell yeah, I want it again.
So after the opening face-off, we were just 3 minutes in, and sure enough, they dropped them. Truly, this was one of the best fights of not just the season, but probably in the last 20 years. I wish I could show it fully without getting age-restricted or copyright strike, but definitely go watch this if you haven't, link down below. And I can't even really say who won. It was just a great heavyweight scrap. Now, having said that, the first provided plenty of physical activity outside of that fight, and while Philly outshot the Rangers 18-9, Shesterkin was there to answer, and so as the first came and went, it was still a scoreless game. So let's head over to the second, where things seemed to settle in a bit more. The Rangers were now playing more like they have been, generating some great chances, but since we're focusing on Rempe, look here. This dude doesn't just screen the goalie. It's like a solar eclipse out there. How do you battle with this behemoth in front of the net? Nearing the midway point of the game, Miller goes down, and we almost had round 2 with these two, which didn't materialize. The official says, nah, get out of here. But Hathaway would get called for the double minor high stick as the officials would review it, and the call was upheld. Not a lot there, but definitely a little blood on the lip of Miller, so they got the 4, and yet Lawton, short-handed, rang it off the post. As honestly, the Flyers played another great game, all over the Rangers, not letting them set up before, finally, Trouba to Lafreniere, and a huge stop. Ersson robbing Lafreniere to keep it a tied game. Right after that, Panarin would get called for holding, and now we got some 4-on-4 hockey. So with more room now, Trocheck back to Lafreniere, and this time he scores, beats Sam Ersson for his 17th of the year, and the Rangers finally broke the ice. But that was about it for the second, so we'll head over to the third and final frame, where right out of the gate, around the back, but shut down. Shortly after, another couple great chances from the Flyers as they came out with all the pressure, and finally, puck off the board, Lawton around Forrester, and they score. They're finally able to cash in 6 shots in less than 3 minutes as a great effort from Lawton to get it to Forrester, and we had ourselves a tied-up hockey game. Just 3 minutes later, and it's Rempe. Big check on Cam York, gets the juices flowing, as sure enough, Schneider on net, and they score. Deflected by Goodrow, and then off Rempe. It's not pretty, but it's a goal all the same, as he gets his first in the NHL to make it a 2-1 hockey game. Need I say it again? DAWG. From there, the Flyers 2-on-0 short-handed but shut down. Again, Igor with the stop, and he made a few in the third off of his mask here, several more as he really had a strong game. A late period high stick for Miller, though, wouldn't help as the Flyers got a huge opportunity to square things up. They did get a couple of fantastic looks at it, but again, Shesterkin standing tall, which meant as time was taken away, Ersson pulled and the Flyers put on the pressure again, but Shesterkin Sturkin wasn't having it. He takes a couple of swings at Hathaway, and I just love the edge that this game had. And it was good right to the end, as time would eventually expire, but Couturier put this one wide, would have tied it up, but the Rangers do it. They win 10 in a row to tie the franchise record with Rempe, another memorable game with his first of his career, and it's a game winner to boot. But yeah, that's about it for this one. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.